Welcome to Very Connected and such an exciting evening. I'm so happy we are here joined today by Scott Bagwell. And Scott, I'm just happy to have you. Scott and I have kind of gotten to know each other through ProCare, which is our sponsor. And I got to meet him in person here recently at one of it was the Just Be You Awards, which was a bariatric type of event that happened a few months back, and kind of just got to hang out and know each other a little bit more. And I'm going to kind of just do a very short bio on you, Scott,
Right
but I
ahead.
want you to kind of elaborate on that as well.
You're good. You're good.
Um, yes. So Scott is known best for his standout role in TV's 1000-Pound Best Friends, where he opens up about his bariatric journey and just with heart. You have such a big heart. Your heart just is powerful, and people just love you. You have a mix of compassion. There's lots of humor. You're also very, very authentic, and I love that about you. You'll tell it kind of how it is,
That's how I am.
and really just you've kind of been humble enough and open enough to share your journey of your weight loss surgery in a very public forum. And I appreciate you coming on here to be with us today
I've
because
been excited ever since you messaged me like 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, and you're like, "Hey, October," and then you're like, "No, wait, let's do June." I'm like, "Game on, let's do it." So I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
yes, and I want to say too, if anybody is listening right now live, we're streaming on Zoom, and then we just started being able to stream on YouTube. So you'll catch us there too as well. And I'll try to watch the chat on both. I want everybody who is live to be able to say hello. It looks like some of you are already doing that. Hi Trish, hi Wendy. Let us know where you're from, if you've had weight loss surgery, or maybe you're here just as part of your weight loss journey or whatever. So let us know. Okay, Scott, tell us more about you.
Tell us more about. Okay, I had the chat open, but I got to close that because I'll get distracted from it. Um, so I'm now 34. I am born and raised here in Atlanta, well, Marietta, Georgia, just north. I live about maybe 25, 30 minutes north of Atlanta on a good day when there's no traffic. Because if you've ever been to Atlanta, you know 25 minutes one day could take 2.5 hours the next. No, I'm 34. And yeah, I'm living my best life right now. I own and operate my own travel agency, and just my life and journey is it's crazy because it's been put out there. Like, I'm a regular bariatric patient. I just happen to have my story told in front of millions of people around the world. But yeah, I'm 30. As I said, I'm 34. I'm big into family. I'm big into my faith, big into my church, and I'm actually in my one of my good friend Corey Osborne's office right now at church, and everything. So I'm in it, not going through his stuff, but yeah, it's I love being active, and I love this family is very, very important to me. And I'm all about family, and this surgery, and we'll talk about it more, but surgery has really brought me closer to my family. It's brought me closer, and we'll talk about it. My nephew is my why. People ask me, they go, when did you know you needed help? I go, I knew I needed help when my nephew stopped asking me to go out on the ball field with him and everything. And then I knew I was time to start doing it, start changing my life for the better. It just happened to be put out in front of on TV. So yeah.
When did that start? Let's start
Yeah.
from the very beginning, like from the very beginning of you maybe making a decision to have weight loss surgery, maybe making a decision to do the show, do
Yeah,
all of these things.
absolutely. So March of 23, um, I've always been big and everything, but fast forward, we can go back and forth. But March of 23, I started exploring weight loss surgery. Started reaching out to all these different doctors, and I found one here in Atlanta, Beltline Health, Dr. Charlie Proctor. Love him. And when I did it, I had no idea who he was. No idea there was anything on about the show, knew nothing. And I made an appointment, but I kept pushing that appointment back. Like I kept I kept coming up with excuses on why I shouldn't go. And then finally I was like, no, finally, no, actually, no, yeah. They called me like, look, you keep pushing your appointment back. If you don't keep this next one, we're not going to work with you. So I went in the day before my 33rd, yeah, 33rd birthday, May 22nd, met with Dr. Proctor. Knew going into it I needed help, but just heard his heart and saw his heart for helping people and everything. And we decided where I was going to explore weight loss surgery. And as I was walking out of the meeting with him, he goes, "Hey, he goes, we have this show." I go, "Oh, like my 600 pound episode? No, it's different. Right now, they're casting and they're looking to add some people for 1,000 pound best friends or too large or something, but it mainly may be women. But I really would like to send your information over to the producers." I go, "Sure." So I did, didn't think anything of it, just brushed it off. Then come July of 23, like a month later, I got an email from one of my associate producers, Nick, here in Atlanta, and it's like, "Hey, we got your information. We're working on the show. Would love to talk with you." And because they're like Dr. Proctor's doing support groups, and that's going to be our main focus, and we would love to talk to you. So fast forward, we went through about a month of interviews and questions and pictures and videos and everything. And and then they go, "All right, cool." They put it all together and like, "All right, now we just wait." And I have anxiety. It's never been officially diagnosed. I'm self-diagnosed. I'm an anxiety person. I'm getting better. Um, and you don't tell someone a month. You don't tell someone you got to wait for a month. So I waited for a month. Didn't hear a thing. Didn't hear a thing. All I was told was, don't reach out to anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't don't do whatever. And I'm like, okay. And we so and then one day in end of August, I get a text message from Nick and he goes, "Hey, we finally heard back from the network. Keely would like or the executive producer and creator of the show would like to meet with you tomorrow." I'm like, okay, perfect. He knows I have anxiety. He waited an hour to text me back and go, "Oh, by the way, it's good news." And then next thing you know, come October, cameras are rolling, and I can't say where I'm at now, but the people won't know. We'll keep that a secret. But I started out at 596 pounds day one of filming, and the rest is history. The rest is history.
That's one of the questions that just popped up. I know you don't have your chat on. Somebody asked, how heavy were you? But and then
Someone said, "What
Penny
happened to
says,
my chair?" The chair is actually in the back of my truck right now. It's in the bed of my truck. I keep it in there so when I go do talks or something, I will carry it on stage with me. I did a talk a couple weeks ago where I carried the chair on stage with me. It was fantastic. I loved it. So yeah.
tell us about the chair because some people may not know.
Yeah, so the chair is it's a special chair that is geared to hold people over 500 plus pounds. And I used to barely be able to fit into it. And I would carry it everywhere with me. Nephew's baseball games, bring it into events at church, work functions. I would bring it everywhere. It'd be my video game chair that I'd play video games in and everything like that. But yeah, I still have it. It was my comfort blanket, as they see on the show. When I did the speed dating, I brought it with me. Like whenever we filmed, when I went walking with Vanessa, and we actually they broke the fourth wall because I needed the chair, and production brought it in so I could sit, so my heart rate wouldn't skyrocket anymore, so I could actually calm down. But that was definitely my comfort thing. That was definitely my comfort item. So yeah.
Let's see here. There's more questions. How do you deal with loose skin? Is one of the questions. Because
Yeah.
other people deal with that too.
So
That's a big
I definitely have loose skin. I'm not gonna lie. I have it here in my arms. I'm not ashamed of it at all. I'm not hiding it. Um, I eventually would like to look into skin removal surgery eventually. But right now I'm not worried about it because I am because right now it's not medically necessary. It's not hindering me medically. It's not hindering my way of life. I definitely have a lot of it, a lot of loose skin, but I'm very blessed where my skin is still receding. It is still because I'm 34 years old, so it's still coming like the elasticity. Oh, big word. The elasticity is still coming back and everything. So yeah, I eventually will do it, but I'm not afraid to take my shirt off when I go to like the water park or anything. Like I could care less, because I look at every roll I have, I look at every wrinkle, every mark, whatever I have, and I look at it as a battle scar. That just reminds me to move forward and keep pushing on. So, and someone asked about the string cheese. I got to show this. This is a Christmas ornament of string cheese that it's not real string cheese that my friend got me for Christmas this year. So I had to bring it with me. So
So is that one of your favorite snacks?
not anymore. I literally string cheese, it was my downfall. I literally, as they see on the show, would eat 5, 7, 8 at a time. And I hid the wrappers. I don't know why I hid the wrappers. Dr. Connie Stapleton, an amazing, amazing bariatric psychologist. If you don't have one, reach out to her. She is amazing. Um, she's helped me figure out that that was a coping mechanism. Like it was just easy to like and toss it in a cabinet or something or what have you. So there's a scene in the show where Megan is going through and she finds all these wrappers and I get called out on it. And they actually titled the episode String Cheese as Far as the Eye Can See. So yeah. And I still get asked, that's when I get recognized in public, that's one of the number one things I get asked is how's the string cheese? And I mean, I still eat them. Like when I go to the gas station or something, or I just need like an easy, quick like they're not bad. They're not bad at all for you at all. But it's the quantity I was eating them in that was hurting me. So yeah.
Yeah, and I remember it wasn't too long ago. Well, Connie, as you know, Connie Stapleton, Dr. Connie Stapleton is one of my good friends too. And I know that you've been to her house, and
Times
I know recently you were there cooking or something. Were you?
yeah, we're doing throughout this year, we're on the hunt for the healthiest version of macaroni and cheese. We're taking the summer off. But basically, we find these recipes and I go to her house with her granddaughters and we cook it and everything, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
Um, so somebody asked, it's her name is Dr.
Dr. Connie
Connie
Hamilton, yeah.
Stapleton.
Yep.
So it's spelled Stapleton. You can actually just Google her, and she is
She's amazing. Just read,
you'll find her.
yeah, you'll find she has amazing books. If you need someone to talk to, just reach out to her. And because here's the thing that I love about her is I only had to meet with her once. I was only required to meet with her once, but I still meet with her on a monthly basis. Now I'm blessed because we happen to go to the same church in Woodstock City Church. So I see her all the time. But that's the cool thing is it's like when we see each other out in public, it's not the patient therapist thing. It's friends. And she's becoming one of my dearest friends and I love her family and her husband and her grandkids and kids and yeah, she has helped save my life because the mental if I couldn't you can go get the surgery tomorrow. You could very easily, someone overweight could very easily go get the surgery tomorrow. And but if you go get the surgery and you don't address the mental things that's happening in your head right now, then you will not be respectful at or not respectful, sorry, you will not be successful at all. Trust me, I've lost weight before, never addressed the mental side of things, but now that I started attacking in the mental side of things from the very beginning, it has been amazing. It has been so good. My mental health is through the roof. That's one of the things I speak on, that I'm a big proponent of mental health. It is never too late to ask for help, no matter what you're struggling, because you may think that you're the only one struggling, but I guarantee there's hundreds of other people out there that just by you being open and honest with yourself and speaking your truth, you will help inspire other side of things. You'll help inspire other people to speak their truth as well. So yeah,
Scott, so true. I mean, I can even say as far out as I am from weight loss surgery, it was back in 2013.
yeah,
I still I still make sure that I try to get my mind in the right place every day. Do something like listen to a podcast, listen to something inspiring,
music,
read
music.
a book. Yeah, listen to music. Whatever it is, I make sure and spend time for myself to get myself in the right place because it makes a difference not only in your life because you're still adjusting, even
Oh,
no matter how far out you are, everybody goes through things in life. There's always challenges, but it's all about how you handle those things and feel about them. And you want to live the best life. And the best life means not only feeling good physically, but feeling good mentally, emotionally, and all of that. There's some more comments coming in. So I'm going to read some of these.
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Um, okay. Yep. Um, Joe Quinn, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, says you still need to make good choices, what you put in your body. Beverly says, hello from Georgia. I'm 2 years out from gastric
I know
sleeve, living my
Beverly.
best life. You know Beverly?
I know Beverly. Yes,
Um,
she was part of Dr. Connie's women's retreat a couple weeks ago, and I actually got to go to Dr. Connie's house on the day before they started the retreat, and be part of that and like hang out with people and just eat really good. Somehow I got thrown on the grill because I think it was just I was the only guy there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah, she has a lot more good things here to say about you. But I want to say too, Scott, one thing I will with your with the TV show that you are on,
Yeah,
and also being public in the community, being a male and being out there
yeah,
is is refreshing because we don't always see a lot of guys. And I feel like the bariatric community in that way has grown and there has been a lot more support. I don't know if you felt it or not, but in the past, whenever I first had surgery, there wasn't hardly anything for guys out there.
yeah. It's a blessing um to be one of those forces to be a male in the community because like up at JBY's there's so many amazing people. The first one that just pops in mind is Rob. And just his story, oh my gosh, like his story is so inspiring. It's it's good, like even though the bariatric community is, I would say confidently, is a female dominated, not I wouldn't say industry, but it's primarily females, and there are definitely a lot of males in the community that I just want to like help inspire and let males know it's okay to be in the community. It's okay to ask for help and be the force because you never know by you being a male, by me, sorry, by me being a male, not you being a male, by me being a male in the community, it like I could help inspire someone to go get surgery or get on GLP-1s or find something that works for you. Yes, surgery just happened to be the thing that worked for me, and I am blessed by it, and I'm doing amazing by it with it. Um, but but everybody has to find what works for them. Don't rush into anything with it. And that's why I'm so glad there's guys out there in the community. I'm one of them that it's okay to let people know it's okay. Like sorry, I'm digressing. I'm jumping all over the place, but it's like I'm just blessed to be a male in the community right now. So yeah, I'm blessed. So
And I have you heard a lot from other guys. This is one of the questions that's coming through
yeah,
is Vicky says, I'm still getting used to looking in a mirror and seeing how much smaller person. How do you deal with this? So seeing yourself not only as a guy, but also
has a
with
smaller
some people call it body dysmorphia. I think it's a more of an image thing.
body
It's
image.
that you're
Yeah.
so used to, yeah, it's a body image thing. You're so used to seeing yourself at a certain size. And then when you start seeing yourself smaller, you're like, who is that person?
I
You're still you inside, but it's
I
relating.
I definitely, excuse me, I definitely have my moments. I'm not gonna lie. As good as I look, I mean, I'm sorry not to sound selfish. I showed you when I stood up. Like I look good. I feel good. I'm tan. A secret is I'm getting ready to shave my beard off tomorrow. This is all going away. I'm gonna try a month or so without facial hair. I'm nervous because as you can see, I'm very tan right now. So I'm nervous for that. But no, there's definitely moments where like I feel good, I feel great, but then I sit down or I lay down and I feel that extra skin. I'm like, but I have a really good support group. I have really good people in my life that love me for me and help me see my full worth in life. Um, it's crazy. I mean, I have some people in my life. I had talked to you about some of these people. I'm not going into too many details that just help push me to be great. That help me realize my true self when I have trouble seeing it myself. Because there's definitely times where I'll be like, oh, I have this skin or oh, my extra thigh or blah 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 or something. But
Mhm.
I just push through. I just push through because I know where I've come from and I know where I'm going. The possibilities now are absolutely endless. So it's yeah.
Somebody is saying stalled at 70 pounds, Natasha. Um, Lost for 2 years no matter what I did. And she names off all these things: shots, pills, carnivore, keto. Um, she's 40, but she says she feels surgery's a must. And I can say, no matter, I feel like that's amazing to have lost 70 pounds,
Yeah.
doing habit changes and all of that. So you're set right up for success with having weight loss surgery. So I think that's, first off, I just want to say congratulations on
Yeah.
that because that's a
Congratulations.
lot.
Absolutely.
Did you lose weight, Scott, before you had weight loss surgery?
Yeah, so Dr. Proctor, and I'll say this real quick to her comment. Surgery is a must. If that is what you feel is for you, find a good doctor. Don't just go off of Brenda's story. Don't just go off of my story. Find a doctor, talk to them about what you want, and they'll help you come up with a plan that works for you. Always talk to a doctor before you jump into anything medically, whether it's weight loss, GLP-1s, or whatever. But say your question again. I'm so sorry.
I was just going to ask you if you had to lose weight before
Yes.
you
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
weight
Yeah.
loss surgery.
So Dr. Proctor gave me a goal of 30 pounds. My first weigh-in, I failed. I only lost 15. Um, and but I ended up by the time I went into surgery, but when I got approved for surgery, I had lost 30. And then between me getting approved for surgery and my surgery date, I lost another 30. So I lost 60 before um, surgery. So I went into the day of surgery, March 1st, 24, a little behind the scenes secrets for you people. Um, I went in at 531 pounds. So, and just into surgery. So
So what was your highest weight?
596. That's what I started. That's the highest documented. People ask me, and I don't know, but they're like, "Do you think you ever hit 600 pounds?" I go, "I have to have hit 600 at some point." But I just never personally saw that number on a scale, whether at a doctor's office or whatever. I never saw that number on a scale. So, yeah.
Okay, there's some more things here coming in.
Mm.
And do you want to, it says, and saying body image and dysmorphia are different. And I know Connie Stapleton has talked about that too.
She does
And it's
not
how
like
you
when I
view
does
yourself.
not, yeah, she does not like when I use the word body dysmorphia. She does not like it. I get yelled at every time I say it. But body image is let me read hold on, let me read the bottom. Dealing with both. It's like there are definitely times like it took me maybe up until maybe 5, 6 months ago. I think honestly until I got when I went to St. Louis, where even though I know I've lost a lot of weight, even though I'm not, some people are probably hoping I slip with the number. I'm not gonna slip with the number. Um, but I still feel like there's certain instances where I still feel like mentally in times. I'm still 500 plus pounds, but I say that I say all that with the fact that that is very few and far between. I can count on my two hands the amount of times that's happened in the last 6 months, 6 months or whatever. But that also hasn't come easy. That has come with a lot of mental health work, a lot of work on my mental health, a lot of deep talks and therapy sessions with Dr. Connie. That won't change overnight. And I still have my moments. I still do. But my favorite thing now is I can go into any restaurant and I can sit anywhere. Like I'm sitting in my friend's chair right now in his office, and my hands are inside the armrests. Like it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I digress, but I definitely still have. I'll say this. I definitely still have my moments, but they are very, very, very few and far between. Very few and far between. So yeah.
Scott, tell us about your relationship with the girls that are you're there with on the show.
Yeah. We got some amazing girls on the show. Vanessa, Megan, and Ashley, they're the original OGs. And then our new friend Tina. I love them. I just talked to Vanessa yesterday. Tina's out in California right now visiting family. I talked to Megan and Ashley, not all the time, but we talk and we have a big group message that we all stay in contact with, and yeah, update each other on our lives and everything like that. So they're great. Great friendships. Like they're truly some of my best friends. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them.
Going through these things with other people, and I think that's why support's so important. Like these, everybody that is on this call, everybody that's here supporting each other,
Yeah.
all of that, how has it helped you? Like, how has there been times when you felt like at a low point and then somebody's kind of talked you off the edge? Has there been times whenever you've been able to do that for other people?
Yeah.
Like, say that, let's go back to the show because that's kind of the more public forum that people see you on. But
Yeah. I for the longest time it was the show. And six for let me see, April, May, June, July. Almost for 10 months after we stopped filming, almost 9 months after we stopped filming, I couldn't talk to anyone outside of the girls that I was on the show because I couldn't address the fact that I had surgery until my surgery episode aired, and that was December of last year. I couldn't talk about it. I had my girls and stuff like that, and then we talked about before we came live, going up to the JBYs. Like it was such a humbling experience being around so many people, Beatrice Warrior, Holly, Rachel, Rob. There's so many people there. Mel, God, love Mel from the OSLP Our Sleep podcast. Love her to death. She actually got to come to Atlanta and we hung out for a couple days, showed her all over. That was fun. But JBY and up in St. Louis was a very humbling experience because yes, I'm a regular bariatric patient, but my journey is different from everyone else because it just happens to be played out on TV around the world in front of millions of people all over the world. And it was nice because I met some amazing men and women who are in this community that are there to support me for me. They wanted to get to know me for me. And someone even said, they go, Scott, it's not all about the show. I go, you're right. It isn't all about the show. But probably an instance up in St. Louis, I haven't really talked about it publicly, is I was with our friend, not going to name names, and we were going through St. Louis. I think you know this, what happened.
mhm.
And we were going to go get brunch before I had to go over to rehearsal at the awards play at the venue. And we were witness to a shooting, and it was a shooting maybe no more than a block in front of us. And if we had not stopped prior, like 2 minutes prior, we would have been right there where the shooting happened. And we ran, and it didn't really hit me until after I got done rehearsal and I just sat down. I just almost went into shock. Like I was ready to go home. I was ready to go to Nick, call Nick and go to you guys and be like, look, like I love you guys, I appreciate everything, but I'm out of here. Um, but the men and women at the rehearsal just wrapped their arms around me. They just like, it's okay. Things happen. You need to be here with this community right now. And that was just amazing. Like they truly care. Like there are people that wanted there to get to know me and be there and support me for me, not be, and they weren't just doing it because I was on a TV show. They were doing it because I'm Scott Bagwill, because I'm a bariatric patient, not Scott Bagwell from TV. So yeah, that was probably one of the most humbling experiences I've had in my life in a while. So yeah. Yeah, wow. I haven't really talked publicly about that. So whew, gives me
It was, I know it was, it had to be hard. So
yeah, very
I'm
hard.
glad you did stay. I'm glad you did stay. Jenny says, finding a support system is the hardest. I've done everything from pre-op to post-op with limited support. I can't imagine where I'd be if I had all the support you did. You're very fortunate. So there are, I mean, and to Jenny, there are support systems out there. I mean, listening to these is one of those, but we actually very connected does have a Facebook group.
Yes.
It's called Very Connected. So guys, please feel free. Scott, you're in there too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I see
And
so
it's a
many
group where it's a private group, but you can join. You just ask to join, and I'll show you how to find that link here in a little bit. But Very Connected. But there's a lot of them. Berry Nation has one. Um,
talk
I
bear.
know out of the Atlanta area, Kate Fuse,
Yeah.
Banana Bariatrics.
Yeah.
She has a group.
Love
Um,
Love Kate. She got to appear. She's not just one of my people, but she got to appear on the show and everything and got to really spend some good quality time with Kate. She is,
oh, I
I,
saw her on the show. Now that
yeah,
you say that, I remember that.
yeah, she was on the show a couple times and I owe a lot. I owe my life to Dr. Proctor and Beltline and their whole team. They're truly amazing. They're truly amazing people for sure.
You
Yeah.
can tell their heart's in the right place just by listening to them, talking to them. Their heart's in the right place.
People
Um,
ask me, they go, is Dr. Proctor how we see him on TV? Is that how he is in person? I go, 100% yes. That is exactly how he is in person. Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, they're they're just in the right place to help the right people, and
And just, and honest,
not every program's like that. I do get it, but
yeah. But also, I'll say this is like, if you don't, as they said, is if you don't have a program or if you don't have a support system, go to Google, go to TikTok. Um, there's so many people out there that are wanting to help that put their lives out there. So yeah, it's great.
and sometimes programs will have, depending on what program you're with, sometimes you can even find people locally. I will say for me, one of the biggest ways that I found that it's been support is um, in the bariatric community. A lot of times there's events that happen.
Mhm.
And if you go to an event, we do post a lot of the events that are kind of going on in the community in that Very Connected group on the Facebook. For example, Bariatric Society has one. Obesity Help has one. The OAC, which is Obesity Action Coalition, they have one every year. But if you go to a patient event, you're going to meet up with other people, like Scott said. You're going to meet new people that you've never met before. And I know it's hard. Like I've been to events where I did not know anybody walking in, and I understand it. It can be a little uncomfortable, especially, if you're not like a really big socializer. But if you meet one or two people, some of my best friends, even to this day, have been met at those events. And then you find family, and a lot of them come by themselves. Did you find that, Scott? Like this last event that you just went to? A lot of people come by themselves.
Like I met my friend Holly, I met Stephanie Bariatric Warrior, met Mel, Kel, met everyone, met you guys, like, and there are people that I met that are going to be my friends for life. That, like, whenever they come to Atlanta or if I go to their parts of the country, we're going to get together. And it's a blessing. Like Mel from JBY and our Sleeve Life podcast, she came to Atlanta for a couple days after I think she was with you guys or something at an event in North Carolina or Pop Recovery or something, and then she went down to Tampa, and then she came up here. Her and I got to go to Family Feud. We got to go to the Family Feud taping with Steve Harvey. That was a lot of fun, and yeah, just like I've met, it's a great community. Like there's a bunch of people from the waiting table, talk Barry to me, Shar. Like there's a bunch of people in New England that hopefully we'll try to get them to come up to New Hampshire for a day while I'm up there because I'm getting ready to go up to New Hampshire next month. Actually, that is where I will. No, I fly home a month from today. Darn, a month my vacation will be over. But 3 weeks from tomorrow, I fly up to New Hampshire. Cannot wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I just meet people everywhere I go. I tell people it's like if you see me in public, come say hey. I'm just a regular person. I'm not. I just happen to have a TV show. You know what I mean? It's yeah.
You are, Scott. I mean, no one should feel intimidated to, because you're probably one of the most friendly people I've met. So,
I have my moments. Don't get me wrong. I have my moments. Please not
yeah.
please don't chase me around the grocery store with a string cheese pack asking me to take a picture. I had a lady do that and I said no. And
What?
she kept following me and I had a store manager who noticed something was I need help. I need escort out to my truck, please. Um,
She was following you around with string cheese. What was she saying?
string cheese pack asking if she could take a picture of me with it. A Yeah. Now I've been outside, like I don't post where I live publicly. I live in Marietta. I'm not going to post my address or anything like that. But I've been out in my front yard doing yard work and stuff, and I've had people walk by or I've had cars stop and be like, and they'd be like, "Are you Scott from TLC, my show?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "Absolutely." I go, "Absolutely." I go, and I'll stop and have conversations. That's what I tell people. Don't be afraid of me. I'm a normal person. Come say hello. Don't go post on Reddit that I didn't talk to you when you didn't even have the gonads to come up and talk to me yourself. So,
Have you had somebody do that?
yeah. I was flying up to Rhode Island the day after Christmas. I get to my grandparents' house. I flew through DC. I had to fly Southwest Atlanta, DC, and then DC to Providence. And I go check Reddit just to see what's on there because I read Reddit. I try my best not to read the stuff about the show because there's mean people out there. There's people that just sit back and just make mean ass comments. Um, someone said you're lucky she didn't ask you to autograph the cheese. Oh geez. No. No, 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 no. And they posted on Reddit that they saw me at the airport and that I boarded first and everything. And they said I looked good. And I wanted to come and be like, well, come say hello to me next time. Don't be afraid. So, but yeah, I've had some really, for every crazy, I'll say this, probably the craziest fan encounter I've had, is, that I had someone message me on Instagram offering to be the mother of my children. They asked, someone literally asked if I could put a baby inside them. And I go, mm-mm, nope. I go, I'm happy at the time. I'm happy being single right now, and I was being single at the time. I'm going to say that, but
That's a little over the top. That's,
yeah, someone asked to from if they wanted to be that said that they would offer to be my baby mama, and I'm like,
oh gosh.
no.
Oh, okay. Somebody's asking that they had they're pre-op and battling gastroparesis, hernia and severe GERD. Haven't been able to eat solid food since March. Does it get after any better after recovery? So
And I can't answer that because I haven't had any issues along those lines. I would just say talk to your doctor. Talk to
yeah.
anything medical, I would just say talk to your doctor. But I mean, I normally would answer, but I unfortunately, I'm blessed. I'll say this. I am blessed to the aspect where I have had no complications. Probably the only times I've had complications was in June of last year. I was at Taco Mac, a local sports bar here on the patio. Thought I could do a grilled chicken buffalo wrap. I've had it, but not outside the wrap, and I ate it, and I had reflux really bad where I knew I had to throw up. And and luckily I was on a patio and there's a bunch of people, and when I threw up, people just thought I was drunk. I mean, I wasn't, but yeah, yeah, that's probably the worst I've ever, that's probably the worst thing that's happened to me is the acid reflux right there. I've had a couple close calls with dumping syndrome, a couple close calls, but like maybe two or three over the last, I don't know, I'm 13. Wow, let me see. April, May, June. I'm 15 months post-op, almost 16 months post-op on next Monday. So yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm blessed to be not, and now unfortunately not everybody is as lucky as I am. But yeah, other than that, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have really no true serious complications. So
What would you say has been like if we're going back to some questions here, what would you say, what are some of your current hobbies and how those have changed since before surgery?
oh gosh, I'm in the gym 5, 6 days a week, working out, hiking, tennis. I'm wanting to go skydiving, whitewater rafting. Um,
Oh,
going.
don't forget the pole dancing. That was one of your episodes.
Yes, I in one of my
So
episodes.
has that become a hobby now?
No, not at all. Nope. No, no, nope. I will. My pole dancing days are away from me. Um, I'll say my pole dancing away from me.
I had to bring that up. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just laughing back to a conversation I had with my friend the other night. Her and I love it. No, pole dancing days are far behind me.
How about your habits around food and nutrition? Like, what is a normal? Somebody had asked earlier about meal. Like, what is a normal meal or some of your dinners?
Do a
And
lot of
also, somebody asked about your protein goals
yeah.
when you're on the go.
I do a lot of meal prep. A lot of times, but um. No, you do not get to see. So I just got to answer this. No, you will not get to see a full body view of me. Unfortunately, there's some things that have to remain secret because we are in talks to maybe come back for season 4. So I'm just gonna answer that right now. No full body photos, sorry. Um, if you're lucky and you're in Atlanta and you see me, you get to see full body then. Um, I count I don't necessarily count my calories per se now. I do a lot of meal prep. I measure stuff out, but it's I have a really good trainer who like helps me with meals, like he helps like with my meals, like he pre-makes them. So I know exactly like he handles all that. I'm not good with numbers. I stay away from the macros, the micros, everything like that. Um, I try to get well over 100 grams of protein in a day. I eat a lot of chicken, beef, fish. Um, I've started eating Thai food. Um, I've ventured out into Thai food now, because it's really good. Do not let your friend try to trick you into let you think that the 3 fires next to it are not that spicy.
I'm guessing they are, huh?
Um, no, yeah, someone said, yeah, everybody's body is different. So I mean, I still have my moments with reflux, and like there's some foods that go down a lot easier than others, and there's some foods that are terrible to go down. You know what I mean? It's just luck of the draw. There's some foods like I don't do really spicy food anymore. I used to do love doing spicy. I'm started really getting back into spicy. Like my friend, I went over to their place last night and we had dinner and they cooked dinner. Um and they did like pan sheet chicken with like mixed veggie like onions and and peppers and stuff like that. And she had jalapenos on it, like fresh jalapenos. And I bit in and I was like, this is what. And she was, you can't do so. But I'm also branching out my foods. I'm starting to try a lot more ethnic foods, and I'm really getting into Greek and Ethiopian foods, and yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
So one more question before we kind of tell them a little bit more, kind of do a closure. But
Yeah, sure.
what advice would you give someone who's getting ready to have weight loss surgery or somebody that's already had it? Some things that you've learned and kind of like with your own story and the things that's been the most helpful.
Support system. Have a good support system. I mean, I know unfortunately some people are doing it alone and there's nothing they can do about it. Um, but have a good support system. My friends, my family, give a shout out to my family, my grandparents, Grandma and Pa, my Aunt Betsy, my Uncle Andy, my Aunt Nancy, my Uncle Bill, my mom, my brother Sedge, Lauren, his wife, my niece and nephew, Caleb and Ava. Um, have your family, have your support system. And if you unfortunately aren't in the position where you can have close contact with family, or you don't have that familiar support group, um, it's let's find it. Go on Facebook, Google, TikTok, support group. The biggest thing for me was a support group for sure. Yeah,
It's good to know.
I can't do it.
Vicky says exercise is so important, and I know that's been a big thing for you. It's been a big thing for me. It wasn't always. I kind of went through
Yep.
these different time periods where I was more active than others, but the last year and a half, that's been a big part of my journey. Um, Anne says, congratulations, Scott. Your walk through this journey is encouraging, and you may continue to experience all the blessings.
Oh, thank you so much, Amy. That makes my heart very happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ann. Thank you. Oh, that
And
makes
Beverly says water aerobics is good if you have
yes.
limitations. That's something that is
That was
great.
my success. That was my key up until like 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. I literally did water aerobics every single day, 5 days a week.
Really.
Yeah, that was my success. That's how I started losing weight before surgery. I was in the pool, 596 in the pool. Water aerobics, 100%.
I'm gonna so Scott,
Yeah,
how can they find you? I'm gonna paste in the chat feature
yeah.
here
I'm on,
some ways, but and I'll also add that to our live event here on
yeah.
um
I'm on,
YouTube later. I'll put it
yeah,
on.
my Facebook is private. So unless I know you or met you in person, you ain't getting me on Facebook. Sorry. Trust me, when they announced the show, I probably within 20 minutes of them announcing the show, I probably had 600 friend requests. It was crazy. But no, I'm on Instagram and TikTok at Scott_1K best friends. They can reach out to me there. If you want to message me, shoot me a comment. It may take me some time because I do get a lot of messages every day. Um, and everything like that. But that's where they can find me on TikTok, and Instagram's my main page. That's where I post and what I'm doing. And yeah, that's how they can find me. Yeah.
So I will be posting that here on the YouTube channel here shortly as well. But I'm going to kind of do a shout out to ProCare, which is our sponsor,
Uh,
and ProCare loves you, Scott.
I love ProCare. I love ProCare. I love ProCare, and there's everyone at ProCare. I love them. Love them. Love
He
them.
Scott actually got to come to our office. We have an office in St. Louis, and he got to visit. He got to go to the sample room. He got to meet Nick, our CEO. Tell us about the ProCare office.
ProCare office, it's amazing. If you're ever in St. Louis, reach out. I'm sure they will work with you to figure out a time to get you to come by just to see how it's a small operation, it's a small team, but just to see how small a team helps so many people all over the country, it was truly mind blowing, truly just inspiring to be there on the ground for that weekend with the team. Um, Yeah, it was great.
I am going to be sharing my screen because I want to, oops, our live was interrupting with the sound. I'm going to actually share my screen here and I'm going to show the ProCare website and just a few things on that side so you guys can um, know how to navigate. So procarenow.com is the ProCare Health website. When you get to that site, you're going to see a button that says products, loyalty, rewards, subscribe and save, and resources. So under the resources is our Berry Connected event page. And when you click onto that, I'm going to go ahead and do that just for a second. Scott's event is listed on there. If anybody wants to come back and listen to the replay, that'll be live until the end of the month on here. We also have a YouTube channel. It's ProCare Health, Vitamins and Supplements. We'd love for you to subscribe. Scott's event will also, the replay will be added onto that page. And if there should be a subscribe button on that page, if you subscribed, you get notifications when new events are added. We are just now starting. This is our very first time going live on the YouTube channel. So we're going to be starting to do that more often. So you'll get notifications there as we go live on other events as well. And then on our ProCare health website, I'm going to go back there and I'm going to just share a few things. We do have some very, very huge sales coming up.
Yeah.
One of them, yes, one of them will be starting. I'm looking to see if we have it on our banner yet. I know over the 4th of July, we got a big sale going on. And then mid-July, we have another big sale. Those are going to be like, if you're looking for the biggest sales of the year, they're going to be on Black Friday and also these two sales that are coming up. So right over the 4th of July, mark your calendar. If you're part of our email list, you should be watching for that or just watch on our social media. We'll be posting things. So ProCare does have an Instagram page, they have a Facebook page, and they have a TikTok page. So we'll be posting on those as well. Scott, what's your favorite product? Do you have a favorite?
Peaches and cream. That's my new favorite. It's ever since I got to try it. It's peaches and cream. Peaches and
That is
cream.
probably on our banner because it's one of our newest products. I'm going to look. I'm kind of paging through our banner. Oh,
It's
there it is. It's on our banner. So, peaches and cream is a calcium supplement that has 500 milligrams of calcium and 500 milligrams of vitamin D. So, one little chewable. They're all natural. They do taste very peachy. I love
it,
them too.
it really tastes like peaches and cream. It's fantastic. And I'll say this, ProCare literally the supplements and how they've helped save my life. Like my numbers, my vital numbers and everything like that are through the roof. I love it. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Scott. And thank you for there's all kinds of nice comments here. Thank you for taking the time out to be with us.
Thanks for
And we appreciate you. And hopefully I'll get to see you again
oh,
sometime, maybe
100%.
this year.
100%. We'll see get each other again soon in person. So I appreciate it.
Um, and thank you everybody who spent their day with us. I will say too, a lot of times people will attend these support groups as part of an attendance requirement for their surgical weight loss program. If that is you, I will be sending out attendance usually at the end of the month. This month I have a vacation coming up here in just a few days. So it may not be right at the end, but it's going to be close to either the end or the beginning of next month. And I'll be sending out that you attended and that'll be going to your program. So if not, you can always reach out directly to me and I'm going to type in my email. It's my last name, Hain, Hoehn, my first initial B at procarenow.com. Uh, so you have that. And everybody have a great evening. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank
Have a happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Bye, guys. Thanks, Brenda, so much. Have a
Bye.
great